You gotta give it a second to wait and load up. Oh, how exciting. Hold up. Hold up. Why is my net giving me issues right now? Interesting. Okay, hold up. Let me do this. This jam is my jam. For reals. I gotta fix everything. We're doing this. Okay, hang on. I gotta tweet that we're live. Gotta get that tweet out. Hold up, chat. One moment, please. I'll be right with y'all. I'll be with you guys in just a jiffy. Okay, here we go. Now. Alright, that's done. Hopefully, all the stuff looks good. Chat, are we getting any bitrate issues? It's telling me I'm having bitrate issues. And how's it look? If I do like this, does it get like really compressed to y'all? How's everybody YouTube chat doing? Twitch chat doing? Welcome one and all. Come on in. It's Tuesday. Everything looks good? Audio sound good, guys? That's what's important. As long as the audio sounds fine, we're good. Okay. Looks buttery smooth. You know what? It might just be Twitch or it might just be YouTube. Well, as long as everything's working, we're good. Okay. How are y'all doing today? Week just started. Here we are checking out all of the Sonic Frontiers footage that has come out since the last time we took a look at this. And hopefully you guys are doing well. Today, like I said, it's going to be all about this Sonic Frontier stuff. A bunch of it came out, so we're going to take a quick look at that. For those of you on Twitch, after, depending on how long we have left, we'll either be doing Elden Ring or Mega Man 9. Probably Elden Ring, but we shall see. Feeling great? Having a good day? I'm doing pretty good myself, thank y'all for asking. Alright. Dude, this track always gets me. Okay, so first things first. Let me make sure that we got everything captured over here on this little screen right over here. Okay. Pause the music. We're taking a look at the... Oh no. What is this? Okay, this is from GameSpot, chat. This is how Sonic Frontiers brings Sonic into an open world developer interview. So, without further ado, guys, let's get into this. MS Dog Lover, welcome. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome. If you guys are just joining us, we're taking a look at all the Sonic Frontier stuff. You probably could read that on the title, but whatever. Here we go. Ooh, that's a little loud. All right, if it's too loud, let me know, chat.
It's
oh, wow.
Honor to meet you, especially after just playing through Sonic Frontiers. Both myself
there he is,
and
Izuka.
Dave behind the camera. I think like the big question on everyone's mind is like, so what inspired this idea to take Sonic to such a large open world? Like,
what's crazy is, from what I've seen, guys, like the footage that they've been showcasing is apparently running on the PC version. And it looks way better than the footage they were showing at IGN. So everybody's confused, especially me. Y'all probably saw me tweet about it. If y'all haven't seen me on Twitter, check me out at The Werewolf. But, like, I even tweeted out about it. I'm like, why would they... If first impressions are everything, and they had this build here that looks way cleaner, why showcase the bad build first? I'm legit confused at Sega's marketing strategy here. Like, I get that. If they had early... If all they had was the early footage... then sure, but like it seems like they could have easily used the footage from this here that looks way better.
If it is 3D, it's
I don't know. Let's check it out. How y'all doing? Welcome. Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Departure for a Sonic game.
So yeah, as you did mention, there's in Sonic's history, we've had the 2D side-scrolling gameplay, we've had the 3D more linear format.
Yeah, this looks way better. The fact that it's running at 60 frames. PC version, by the way, chat.
This is going to be kind of the next iteration. This is like the future of Sonic, is we wanted to make something that really embraced freedom and the free...
By the way, these are translated words here. But if y'all notice what he said there, he said... The translator could have taken this wrong, but he said this is the future of Sonic, maybe? So this leads me to believe that there might have been some truth behind that Adventure 3 wanted to make Adventure 3 thing that he said. Especially after this.
Like, this is like the future of Sonic.
It's like the future of Sonic.
that really embraced freedom and the freedom to kind of run around wherever you want.
Look at how much better this
And
footage
that's
looks,
what
y'all.
they did with this huge 3D environment is taking that Sonic platform action into the
Look at
3D
this.
environment, the iteration that went into it, the passion that went into it. This is the open zone format that they've created.
Sonic has a bit more moves in this game than he does
It's
in the past. And
insane.
So I was wondering, like, early on, like, most of the enemies I encountered, I'm like, oh, I can use my homing attack and kind of take them out in one hit. Very traditional.
I'm digging this
Sonic.
guy's Bob Ross
But,
hair going
does
on here.
combat become a bit more central, more focused, like later on in the game?
Whoa.
In the game that you're going to be doing?
そうですね。
Jamal
in
Simmons,
this open zone
appreciate the
format, we
YouTube
also- we
membership
have a lot of
there. Thank you,
platforming that people
thank you,
can
dude. Enjoy those
the,
Wolfie
3D
emotes.
action platforming. We also
We're
have
looking at the
battle
Sonic Frontiers
as one
footage
of
for
the
those of you just
elements
joining
that
us. Look at
people
this.
enjoy in the open zone format, and really.
Jin said I have a video to show where people explained it better, the IGN thing. Yeah, please. Please, if you could hit me up with that link after. Look at this, look at this. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of the actual gameplay here. We're going to look at some of this gameplay. So this first one here, chat, is the puzzle gameplay. Let's look. Man, if the PC version's running like this already without having to, like, need mods to, like, make it run 60, that's good for the PC version, people, aka me. Look at how buttery smooth the frame rate is. That gives me big hope, chat. Big hope. Okay, so this puzzle looks very simplistic. You homing attack these platforms up into the air. And then you get up, and that's it. Hey, you got a heart. Okay, but you know what I'm starting to see, chat? You know what I'm really starting to get reminded of by all these enemies? Does anybody else see what I'm seeing here? Right? Now, this could just be me. I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna look this up. There's a aesthetic to these enemies that I can't quite shake. I think I might be right. Let me check it out. Yep. Okay, so you guys are, okay, Jin says he thinks he knows what I'm gonna say. Chat, can you guys predict what I'm gonna say? Not PSO2. No, not PSO2. Good guess, though. Not PSO2, legend. But, like, even the way this looks and everything, this is gonna, not the Metarex. I actually barely know about those guys. Chronicles? Not quite. This is gonna be a deep pull that nobody else knows about. Nobody else knows about this, but y'all can shame me for knowing this, but check this out. These are the ones that come first to mind. I'm sure everybody's gonna be like, Wolfie, these designs were done first and blah blah, but the first thing that comes to mind is this. The Emoji Movie robots. If y'all seen the Emoji Movie, that horrible piece of garbage, the enemies in this game or whatever look just like these. Look at this. Kinda, don't it? Don't it? A little bit. A little bit. Look. Look. Look, I don't care what you guys say. Okay, listen. Listen. Hey, everybody. Wait. Before you get your pitchforks out. Chill. Forget the Emoji Movie connection. I'm just saying, look at the designs of these robots, right? I'm sure these designs have been done many times before, yes. But I'm saying the first thing that came to mind when I saw these are like, oh, these are the Emoji Movie robots. These are damn similar. Come at me with your pitchforks. You know I'm right. Y'all only coming at me and attacking me because you know I'm right. Look. Look at them. Look at them. Alright, back to the footage. They look just like them. Alright, next footage. So this one is free run gameplay. See, this is the footage they should have used when they were showing the exploration stuff. Looks smoother, the animations are better. We're gonna have to do a side-by-side comparison to this and the IGN footage. I just don't understand, chat. I do not understand. This looks way better. This is a a way better first impression. Look at this. Though this does honestly right here look like a Sonic Unleashed / Sonic Colors level going up this tower. We're definitely gonna have to do a comparison video. There's a whole video about that? Really? Oh, you talking about a big video that just puts all this stuff together? Probably. Look at the footage, chat. This looks so much better. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Hang on. And then we got this footage right here. There's a video that does have them all together. We're gonna take a look at that in a second. Look at this, man. I'm confused. Sega's market. I don't know what if they're Hips, the robot. I'm sorry. This one's also got hips too. Oh yeah. This totally doesn't look at all like the thing I just said. It doesn't look like these at all. Not even a little bit, huh? Not even a little bit, chat? Y'all know I'm right. Y'all know I'm right. Now this right here reminds me a lot of PSO2 with the Dark Falls Hunar. Yeah, like this looks like a PSO2 enemy though. Oh, look at that. He's got wait, is that a tired animation? Dude, he's tired. Hold up. Why is this robot? Why are all the robots like stacked though? Why? It's kind of just wandering around down here. Thighs. Is there fan art already? Y'all are kidding me. Is there already fan art of this thing? Damn, he got the crap slapped out of him. Oh, maybe because he lost all his rings in this footage. I want to see what this is like with the HUD and the music intact. I like how chat's like, hear me out, hear me out. I plead the 34th. Hey, lazy boy. Lazy. Hey. I know exactly what he's talking about too. That's the worst part. Everybody does. Like, yeah, that's a collectible or something. They said you need to get these keys. Yeah, but look at him. He's kind of hunched over and tired. Look, he's got idle animations in this build. I'm legit confused. But I think this is the one that has all the game footage. We need to look at this because if y'all remember, yeah, he's tired. He's tired. Because look, watch, he just sits there and he kind of looks like he's hunched over. But that's because maybe here, bap, all the rings slapped out of him, right? Oh God, someone linked me. Twitch just linked me something. What is this? Oh my God, there's already fan art of this creature. What is it? What is this thing's name? Does it have an official name yet? Wow. Well, chat, are y'all ready for this? Check this out. There's fan art of this thing already. God damn. What is... That was fast. It keeps happening. It's just like the Kirby stuff. You remember when Kirby, that boss got revealed? I like the interpretation of this. Man, artists, man. What can we say? Artists are just quick with that shit. They have no chill. Not a single bit of chill.
Hello to the future.
Oh, snap. Okay, so...
as we mentioned, Saturday night, which it is
Wait,
right
that
now.
one's called Ninja? Is it really?
As we're shooting this,
Okay.
there are things that we could not talk about.
Yeah, apparently... Okay, so get this, chat. Apparently, most of the people who played this at Gamesfest are on embargo. I think they said until the 26th or the 29th, they can't say certain things about things they saw in the game. Again, I don't know why. Is Sega planning on revealing that themselves at some sort of Sonic Direct? Or... I don't know why they're embargoing the actual good footage and showing us the bad trash footage from IGN. I don't understand. Hang on, we need to look at the IGN footage again. Just to see, just to showcase the difference. Alright. Look, this could also not be the PC version, right? This is probably not the PC version. But also, this is an early build. Obviously, just look at the frame rate and everything. It could also be how it was captured. But apparently, people are saying that this is the B-roll footage that Sega gave them. Sega gave them this footage. This is the footage they wanted to showcase first. Not this. Which looks infinitely better. But this is what they wanted to show us. Kind of slowly, awkwardly walking through the levels. It's not a good first impression, man. It's just weird looking. I don't get it. What's that link there? Hold up. Let me see what this link is. Welcome everybody just joining us. Hey, how y'all doing? Hopefully y'all having a good Tuesday. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We're watching Sonic Frontiers. What's this? What is this? Oh no, the memes have started already? Oh my god. It's already started. They got memes on this. We're gonna have to mute that audio though. That's gonna get us like DMCA'd. Damn. Wow. Like they didn't show the character roguelike. It's the right game. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't understand, chat. That's definitely a JoJo reference. All right, here we go.
But we can talk about whenever you were watching this.
A couple of the most exciting things, I would say.
All right, skip forward.
The way they've laid out these zones is really satisfying to explore because it feels like they kind of take full advantage of the space that you're in. And so what I mean by that is there are different collectibles, and I didn't like, there's one where you get these hearts and you're trying to restore Amy's memories.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means.
The demo starts at this, like,
restoring
kind of
Amy's memories?
Because, like, Sonic is just, like, laying like a corpse in the rain. Just, like, passed out in the grass.
I mean, we've all been there.
What's happening, Sonic? And they say something about being separated from Amy and Tails. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, and so, like you're saying, once... There's a lot.
We did skip the opening cinematic.
Yeah,
just so I could get
they didn't show us that. One thing that did bug me and
Amy's memories,
not as bad in the final game, is that there was just like, it felt like you were getting constantly interrupted by like tutorial pop-up kind of things.
Oh, you know what that is, chat? You know what that probably is that he's talking about? I don't know what the hint things in this game are. You know, in normal modern Sonic games, they're those little question mark floaty things that you run into, and it completely pauses the whole game, and a little menu pops up saying, jump twice to use the homing attack, you know? I'm betting they have that in droves for this game. Hopefully you're able to turn that off or skip it. So, here's some information we just got from this. Amy's lost her memories. Maybe Sonic has too. So confirmed, Sonic, Tails, and Amy are in the game, based on what we're hearing here.
Yes, that was definitely happening.
Yeah, and one of those things was saying that, like, yeah, these little heart things are, you know, for Amy.
I definitely forgive the tutorialization because I think it is very different from a traditional 2D or 3D Sonic experience. Mm-hmm. You know, and I assume that entirely goes away once you're used to things, or maybe not, but once you kind of get past, you know, the screens interrupting you and telling you information. Actually getting into it was
hold up! Did y'all see that?
Kind of
Hold up! What was that? Show that one more time.
I assume that entirely goes away.
What was that? You just was that a parry?
Things, or maybe not, but once you kind of get past, you know, the screens
he just parried.
Interrupting you and telling you information, actually getting into
what? Dude, Sonic just bitch slapped that robot away. What the? Why didn't they? Sega, why? Why would you not show this? Why would they take that out? Why would they not show that move? That move is sick. This is what I mean by they
Once you
need to
kind
have
of get past,
they need to have a quick
the
cut like of all the
screens
good
interrupting
action.
you and telling you information.
He tiger dropped the robot.
Actually getting into
The animation was smooth too. Hang on, I can't really tell what he's doing. It looks like he either slaps it away or something. Slow that down. I want to see that.
past.
Yo, I love
the
parrying.
Screens interrupting you and telling you information. Actually,
That pose,
getting
though.
into it was
That's crazy. I don't understand why they didn't show us that.
fun and satisfying in kind of those like short burst moment.
They want us to be
ways,
surprised when we
and
get the game.
I hate to use this example because it's so overused, but I think it does illustrate the point. Very Breath of the Wild, right? So I would think, like, in Breath of the Wild, you just have those moments where you sort of stumble upon something.
Evo
and
Moment
maybe, like,
37
a modding camp,
remade.
you know,
Yeah.
and you just deal with it. Sort of
Rare
like these
footage of
organic
Sonic
moments,
actually angry.
that you would kind of run into. Sonic Frontiers has that where, like, I would see a collectible in the distance, right? And be like, okay, how do I get there? Oh, if I go to these boxes and I break the boxes, there's a spring, and then
I wanna
that'll
see
leave
more
me
footage.
a
Hang on.
boost, right? And so you're sort of piecing together really what are essentially micro platforming puzzles, right? And you know, you can see on the map, right? It's like this thing is here, this thing is here, this thing is here, and so you can kind of go around the environment and just sort of figure things out. But what I mean by using all of the space available, right, is like there would be moments where I'd be like, oh, there's like something up, there's a rail in the sky,
Yeah.
right?
Chat, what I want you to understand is, I understand they don't want to show everything in the game. I get that. I'm not saying show everything in the game, but I am saying there's a big difference between showing... Hang on. Where's the IGN stuff? There's a difference between showing, like... Where's that? I'm trying to find the one with, like, the janky animation and stuff like that. Like, they showed like the incomplete weird version of the game rather than at least showing some of the cool stuff that they could have shown here. They don't need to show everything, but what they showcased didn't look good.
Right? So it's like,
and
oh,
they
I
showed
need
it
to,
in a
like, pay
worse
attention.
light.
I need to be constantly looking above me, you know, not just in front of me. And it's like, how do I get to that rail, right? And then again, going back to that example of sort of piecing things together, how to get there.
Yeah.
So
And
on and so
there were
forth.
things where you had to do multiple times, just like figuring out the timing. It seemed a little tricky there.
Yeah, definitely. And it was kind of interesting because there was one heart collectible that I went after where the first time I did it,
Cause chat, what I'm trying to illustrate here is first impressions are super important. For the longest time, they were teasing the game with a bunch of trailers, which you do, right? You gotta build up, you got people hyped, you want people excited to see your game. When you first show your game, oftentimes what you want to do is either have a good cut trailer that has like some cinematics, you know, most game trailers do the cinematics mixed in with the gameplay. Some quick cuts, they don't show everything, just enough of like, ooh, what was that? Oh, let's analyze that. Oh, you know, stuff like that. But the way they showed it here, the first time they showed gameplay was the weird IGN footage of an incomplete build, when only a week later they could have just showed, this could have been the first time we've seen the game, and this would have been
almost
fine.
got it. But then I found out in the next, like, one of the next attempts that
Like,
that
people
was
would not
the
have flipped
intended
out as hard
And
if
so that
this
was
had
kind
been
of
the
a cool
first thing they
moment where
saw
it's
of the
like,
game.
Oh, like, you're supposed to do this, but I almost got up
So
over here
I think they did
using
a
this other
horrible
method,
job of
right?
making
And
a first
so,
impression.
You know, you think about Sonic, right? And it's very much of, like, you're kind of locked and going forward, I think, in a lot of examples. And so here it was nice to kind of have that playfulness. And you
Oh,
have
and someone in chat just said something I agree with too. It's the lack of Sega telling us the story part, mystery about the marketing. Yeah, and a lot of, they're withholding a lot of information. And I get that that's to like, they probably want to show that themselves or they want you to find out in game, but like, I'm trying to think, what's the best way to describe this? The way they're going about the showcase of this game in particular is just like, what if we show you the game with no context and you're just kind of awkwardly walking around? You're not really getting what you're supposed to be doing, you know? It's just not a good first impression, man. Just not good. Because we're already just asking questions. We don't know. We've never seen this kind of We've never seen Sonic do all this with the open zone stuff. So like, people are you know, they're gonna expect to have questions. They want to know what we're gonna be doing. Give us the general gist of what we're doing at least. Don't tell us the whole thing. Don't tell us like, oh, in this game you're restoring memories and I don't know, fighting Heartless or whatever. But just a slight overview of like, I don't know, just something. Otherwise, people are gonna jump to assumptions. All right, back to the stuff.
Tools at your disposal. So I mentioned the boost, but there will also be like these balloons that will pop, and you use the homing attack to pop and kind of elevate yourself from one point to another.
There's also a skill tree.
There's also a skill tree.
Which is interesting. The first one that was unlocked, they showed in the earlier demo, which is called a Psy loop, where you kind of have like a line that follows Sonic.
Yeah.
And anytime you complete a circle, you would just get rings.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
You can make
so
rings
you
in
do
this
it like
game.
kind of on nothing.
Yeah, but then you can also circle around, kind of like some of those Kirby games. You know, you can circle around different devices. The one example
I like
showed
that
before was,
like
when you circle around the torches, you kind of extinguish the torches.
Yep.
The side loop, it looks like it's gonna be an interesting mechanic because you notice how like when he completes it, it makes a bunch of waves.
And when you circle it, then the shell kind of pops up in the air and gives you an advantage to like pummel the enemy before it pops back down.
Yeah, and that was something that I think was actually conveyed pretty well in the demo. And again, it was a very tutorialized area. But
interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't even very wide open, right? It was kind of like
it was segmented.
Like a funnel until you got to like a bigger space.
Yeah.
Which is about when our time ran out.
But you know, you had like very basic enemies that I felt.
And
like
also, Sega was absolutely like adamant no one show any game footage from the Gamesfest. But the footage here seems way better than what they were showing.
Hopefully missing. In the
Don't
early,
show the
like,
good
videos
stuff.
You saw before. It's like,
Just
is there
the bad
anything
stuff.
Out here, or, you know,
yeah.
Anybody got a link to?
You deal with very easily.
Chat is telling me there's a video that has like all of that footage. Does anybody have the link to that YouTube video by chance on them? Anybody have that?
And then you have these like boss encounters, and they're more involved. Where I feel like I was locked in an arena against this boss, and you know it had different. It had like twin blade arms, and it had different.
They actually called it a ninja.
Attacks. Yeah, and so
there it
you
is.
know,
There's
that was
the name,
a little bit more
ninja.
complicated, right? And then you have the armored enemy where you had to use a totally different technique, where you're trying to trace around it to get it so its shell pops up and you know you can attack it. And
There's
so
another one that you thought that they called a tower, and it had like a spinning thing at the top, and it was like shooting out.
yeah.
The tower.
And so they're like, hey, use the dodge that you have. And what's interesting is you have to be locked on to dodge on the ground, but then if you
look
jump,
at that!
you can
New
dodge
footage.
even if you're not locked on, which is interesting. And again, kind of going to the open world aspect, I got hit by that thing that I was fighting, and then
This
I was
looks
like, oh,
way
man, I need
better.
rings.
Look at this.
And it's like,
The gameplay is reminding me of Sonic Adventure 1, only more open, and the RPG elements are upgrading abilities remind me of those Secret Rings and Unleashed. I remember Secret Rings having an upgrade
I
system
can
to
just
make it actually
run
playable.
away from this thing, and there are rings up on this rock, and I can go there. And so, again, like that kind of openness was interesting for the Sonic design. Because if you think of like a classic 2D Sonic boss, right, you just have to frantically try to pick up the rings that drop when you get hit, and you can do that here as well. Which
What was interesting with that tower thing is because, you know, it was like you were like knocking like the levels of it out from beneath it, so you like knock a piece out, but then once it got so low that the spinning part was basically on the ground, then it kind of changed into like a top.
Yeah,
and so
see,
you had to approach it differently.
This
I
here,
honestly, the approach didn't feel that different because like I was hitting its
definitely
bottom and
does
then I had
not
to hit
look
the top, but I
Infinity.
didn't feel like I really had to do that much that was different. But yeah, I think all these fights on their own are pretty simple, but it was nice even in the short time that we had that it felt like there was a good variety in terms of the style of fights. Which was cool. There are also these like little birds that are
those are the things we heard that we thought were Chow. Chat.
The Cocos?
that are littered around.
And they're called Cocos.
That you can go and collect.
Yeah.
What was that move just there?
which was cool.
Did anybody
there
see
are also
that?
these like little birds that are
Look,
Goes.
when he runs off the ledge there, was that a glitch or was that an animation? It looked like he did a little spin attack in the air. Check that out.
that are littered around that you can go.
Yeah, what was that little flip there? See, I'm finding actual animations in the this build.
That are
The Cocos.
that
Looks
are
like he like
littered
sparkles and then does a flip. What is that?
That you can go.
Huh. He's got moves. Tricks. He's got
and
tricks when he
collect.
jumps
Yeah,
off.
they said
Oh.
you take them to the Elder, but we did not find the
Yeah, we
Elder
didn't.
yet.
Yeah, and I don't know what rewards you're given for doing so.
Hopefully not a piece of poop.
But yeah, so there are, classic Sonic things. There are spring pads. There's like the Sonic Adventure, like things that you
What's
grab
up, everybody
on there
just
and
joining
that are
us?
attached to a rope, and then you go up. There's rails, and then when you're on the rails, you just hit left or right to switch between them.
Oh, hold up. Is that an Eggman? What is that? What is Sonic in front of here? I'm looking for an Eggman logo. Anybody see an Eggman logo on this? This has to be Eggman themed. What is that? Is it space? Is that a spaceship? What is that, chat? It looks like Eggman's something. I have no idea what that is. It's Eggman? Normally there'd be a big old Eggman logo
But I
slapped
think
on. Oh, there it is.
overall,
There it is.
the thing
There it
that
is.
I want to say.
Oh, so
is
Eggman is here somewhere. He's on this island somewhere.
that I want to say.
Right. Oh, go back. Right there. Okay, so Eggman is confirmed in the game. But he's like, it looks like he's got a ship with cargo or something. He's depositing or dropping off here. It's Frieza's ship recall. It kind of does look like Frieza's ship from Dragon Ball. You're right about that. Easter egg hunting Eggman? That would be something. Oh, that'd be cool if Eggman was just randomly around the island doing stuff.
Say is it very much had that kind of Breath of the Wild experience, and something that was really intoxicating about Breath of the Wild, where I just had fun poking around this world and trying to figure things out and going at my own pace, and really trying to see how many things that I could uncover. Again, that playfulness was.
You know what I hate the most, chat? You know what I hate the most? The only thing I don't like is like early gameplay footage. I always feel like I can't. This is just me being cynical here, but I always feel like I can't trust outlets sometimes because I feel like they want to be easier, like they want to go easy on the game. So they won't necessarily like say, oh, this game was not great or this game kind of sucked or whatever. If they got their first impressions or everything. I also understand they're probably holding back because it's a demo of the game still, but like, I kind of want the full-blown truth. Like, I want them to be like, it still needs a lot of work. You know what I mean? But
It was really fun, and I felt like I could have. It was one of those games.
Look at
where I
how
was like, I
good
just wanna
the screenshots
keep
look.
sitting here and getting all the things off the map.
This has
right?
got to be the
And-
PC build screenshots
I think
here.
Any game that can put that in you is good. A concern that I have is you think about 3D Sonic, and that's very much present here. Sonic is a little squirrely, right? And so
Squirrely.
when you have a lot of room to move, and you can really take full advantage of that speed, no problems, right? And there are a lot of control things that you can do. There's wall running. There's like a counter that you can do. Like he has a pretty, or it seemed like decently expansive repertoire of things available to him. But when you get to
This is actually kind of crazy because like this is the actual most like moves Sonic has ever had in a game besides Smash and Sonic Battle, which are fighting games. But like I think this is the most moves we've ever seen Sonic have to use as like attacks. From what we've seen, he's got what do you call it? The Psy Loop. He's got, what am I thinking of here? Help me out, chat. Psy Loop, homing attack, an attack from the homing attack. He's got like some sort of weird boost dash homing attack. He's got a big teleport kick. Like, he's got a lot of moves, and he's got a counter / parry. And probably some more things we haven't seen yet, if that skill tree is anything to go by. If maybe you can get extra other moves, too. Who knows? Alright.
More precision platforming where it's like, oh, I'm just jumping.
According to a tweet on Twitter, his moves are inspired by the first movie.
Square.
Huh.
It was definitely doable,
All right.
right? Like you can do it. I didn't feel like the controls were so squirrely that I wasn't able to accomplish those things, but it definitely felt looser than I would have liked. But what was interesting at the beginning of
Wait, you're telling me that according to one of the developers, they said that like if one of the they said one of his moves are based on the movie? So that must mean they added moves from the movie to this game. Because this game has been in development way longer than the movies have been. Wait, when was the last movie? First movie came out, what, 2 years ago? And this game was in development. We can predict that these movies or the game was made in production about a year, maybe a year after Frontiers or Forces at best. So maybe they added some moves from the movie to this game. I have to say they have the
demo, you can choose a high-speed mode, which they recommend for people familiar with Sonic games, and then there is also an action mode, which I didn't do, which they recommend for people not familiar with Sonic games. And so I wonder
what that's like.
those differences are. Yeah. I was not expecting to walk away from this demo being like, man, I'm really excited to play more of that, but that is 100% how I feel.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, as you're saying, like, you know, the difference of being hands-on, because I just let you play the whole time. I didn't grab it, and it's like it's still not quite grabbing me, but I also at the same time I feel like they did a kind of a disservice to this game the way that they rolled it out.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They did not do this game a good. They did not do this game a good by the way they showed it first. I 100% agree with that statement. Like the way they showed this game was criminal. Like
I just let you
not
play
a
the
good
whole
first
time. I didn't
impression.
grab it. And it's like it's still not quite grabbing me, but I also at the same time I feel like they did a kind of a disservice to this game the way that they rolled it out. And some of those criticisms are still there. Like they're still like, the environment still looks kind of weird, and the way things pop in, it's like, okay, that's strange, especially like elements like the rails and all that, and like the just things that are like rough for seemingly no reason. Like when you would smash like a crate or another container, like the frame rate would be really low on like how it would break apart.
Yeah, I think that's totally true. There is this roughness there. Like I would try to go and interact with something, and the prompt wouldn't come up, and I'd have to like go away and then come back, and then it's like, okay, the prompt came up. So yeah, there's definitely
So obviously, chat, there is. I do like these guys. These guys seem to be relatively like they seem to know, and they're being relatively positive, but also being really honest about their feelings and things they saw. I like these guys. They're definitely giving me a lot of information here of kind of what to expect from the demo they played. So there is time to improve this.
And I saw one time like it flew off.
You have a better video? Hit me up.
Jumping off a
Hit me
rail
the link.
and, like, flew off the side instead of going where you're trying to go.
Sure. Yeah. Again, that kind of squirreliness. So definitely, I think there's plenty of criticism to levy at the demo that we played, but
seeing it actually populated with enemies.
Yeah.
Seeing it actually populated with collectibles.
Right.
Like all of that stuff makes a big difference because those things give the world more of a sense of purpose.
And that's exactly what I meant. Because the IGN footage they showed, where is the IGN footage? Where is that? Where is it? Again, I think that's probably why they chose the early build. Probably where there's not a lot of enemies in the world, right? So it made the world look kind of vast and open. But like there was nothing in it really from the footage we saw the first time. But they're saying like there's enemies and collectibles scattered about that, like, yeah, the maps were showing us stuff like that, but yeah, interesting. Okay, I just wanted to.
Right, and
there's more than that too that like we can't even get into yet.
All right, let me
But,
see.
Yeah.
I'll click.
there's
I'll get
more
this link. What is this one? Jin link me. One fix goes a long way. What is this? I'll check this out after we look at this.
objective to this game
Yes.
than the earlier demos made it seem.
And I do think, like, I wonder how I would feel if I was watching you play. Because I do think there really is something to getting your hands on it and actually being the one that is, you know, attempting these little micro puzzles and having the freedom to go where you want to go. And so I'm hesitant to, like, sit here and fully endorse this and be like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. I don't know that.
Right.
Because it was a super, super, super tiny section of this game. But I'm, like, way more on board with it than I was expecting to be, and that purely came from the hands-on time.
Okay, so it sounds like that was an mostly positive feedback on that one. Let's see this video.
That is the question.
Is my the reason we have game devs coming back so soon after the last time we broke everything down is because it appears that there have been some changes here and there. Very small changes, but there have been changes here and there. And that seems to be changing the community's reaction to Sonic Frontiers as a whole. And myself included, when I saw this, if I'm being honest, keep in mind, I'm an ignoramus, so I was very excited that I was seeing changes, even if they were incremental. And so now I've brought people to bring me down back into reality to be realistically hyped and also be able to engage in conversations that can be beneficial for this game's future. I do like how the enemies are really intimidating.
Okay. I'm trying to get the.
It's just the way that it...
Okay.
With the jittering going on, it plays a sound effect like it's supposed to be, almost like faking you out, like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get you.
so it's probably just trying to lunge towards Sonic, but
Getting
Sonic is
caught?
actually within range anyway, and so it just kind of stops.
Why doesn't it actually attack?
I don't know. Like, it's just the way that it was written. Although, there's a thing I want to point out about that sound effect, though. I don't know if you noticed. That is totally one of the SA2 menu sound effects.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh my god. Okay, you just out-adventured me, though, because I did not even notice that. So, impressive. You're just showing your credentials already.
So this part here, I've got some immediate complaints about this one.
Let's do it.
Unfortunately. So, you'll notice that as he breaks things, right, there are these, like, this pieces of this enemy.
Oh, hold up. I just noticed something. There's like a little danger line coming off the enemy. Huh.
Already.
So this part here, I've got some immediate complaints about this one.
Let's do it.
Unfortunately. So, you'll notice that as he breaks things, right,
There's a danger
these,
line
like,
coming
these
off the
pieces of
enemy.
this enemy, they fly apart and fly away.
Uh-huh.
But the pieces, the individual pieces, they're flying away at half the frame rate. So that is an improvement we got from the last footage, is that this is 60 frames per second. But none of those objects are running at 60 frames per second. They're running at half speed. So
Is that
if
a
you
problem?
use, like, I mean, it doesn't look very good if you ask me. If you use like the frame stepping, you can see it. Every time you step, those objects will move every other frame.
So that happened with the boxes too. They were a lower frame rate, but I think that's pretty typical, right? To lower the frame rate of things like that so that the game itself can stay a solid frame rate.
That's
Those
what
are
it is,
probably
yeah.
Physics objects, much like the boxes, right? So they interact with the world, they fall apart, you know, they roll around, whatever.
It's like that
And
shit in
in
Sonic
game engines, typically
06.
your physics
Whenever
time
it's like that thing in Sonic 06 with the what was the engine in 06? Holy crap. Havoc, the Havoc engine in 06. Y'all remember whenever you broke like boxes in that game? And the frame rate would just die. Because the frame rate, oh, hang on. It's been a minute actually since I played 06. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because if they have it running at the exact, yeah, it causes the frame rate to drop
which is
if you don't do
the
that.
interval at which your physics updates will be slower than your game frame rate. But in order to bridge that gap, usually what happens is they interpolate, or they blend the positions and the rotations of all the objects. So if you're familiar with animation and tween frames or between frames,
Yeah.
You
tweening,
actually. Okay.
It's the same thing.
So wait a minute. They can do in-between frames that make it look visually better, but it's technically still running at the same frame rate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because what they do is they run a logic tick, right? And they say, okay, I know where it was last, and I know where it needs to be, so let me just do all the in-between steps so that it smooths it out.
Huh.
I like how that Sonic appears to have, like, finishing moves.
It looks pretty neat. The part that doesn't look neat is that Sonic plants his feet firmly in the air. There. Right here.
Oh,
See?
jeez. Yes.
He stands in the air and he falls down.
They probably stick you to the enemy so that it's a chance for you to punch again. You would say, Mike, that in general the game is definitely smoother. You already said that, right?
It is visually, like the frame rate, it's definitely faster than the footage we saw before.
Definitely.
Now, is that a rendering?
Definitely
a
better.
Rendering video thing, or is this? Would you say with absolute certainty that this looks like more updated than before?
Honestly, it's hard to say.
Okay.
It could just be that the footage that was provided to IGN was rendered out at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
And they put it in their template that was 60 frames per second and re-uploaded it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is obviously showing to us at 60 frames per second. Did
Oh,
you see
geez.
that flicker?
Let me see. I think I did notice it when I first. Oh, yeah.
There
I
you go.
did.
So that looks like a shadow casting bug.
Yeah.
It's affecting the volumetric fog, and it's also affecting the terrain below.
Okay, here's a positive thing. Okay.
They
This
fixed
is
the
thing I
grind rail
really-
jump
I was like,
animation.
whoa! But I shouldn't be whoa over this because this is pretty standard stuff. But it seems like the rail switching animations
Yeah.
are the right animations.
The thing about
They
that is
absolutely fixed
apparently
that.
That issue where he was using the wrong animation, I've heard that that's a bug from Forces. I haven't seen it myself, but it is apparently something that happens. So it could just be a bug that carried over, and it's not always going to happen. So that
Yeah.
animation rail switch thing, I think that was just a bug. It doesn't always happen. It happens under certain conditions. We're not sure what they are. The animations remain the same. They're still timed wrong, but that can be fixed. That can be fixed, and that can be fixed within a short time frame.
Okay.
It's
so
just
there's
that the
still hope.
animation doesn't start soon enough or stop soon enough.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when the very first time I was looking at the IGN footage, and the first thing I said about like the thing they need to worry about the most is the gameplay stuff, not so much the animation stuff. Animation stuff can animation stuff would be probably easier to fix than, let's say, if Sonic was absolutely glitching through the rails. Like, you can fix animations no problem, I imagine. It takes work, but like that can be taken care of. It's like, yeah.
To match the game logic, and that can be fixed easily.
But it's still reasonable to be focusing on that feedback at this stage, right? What do you think is realistic to be improved by release?
I think
Just
I think
touch-ups.
Sonic Team is
Touch-ups.
more than capable of improving a lot of the things that we see here before release. It's just a matter of whether or not
They're allowed to.
management sees that as feasible.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're going to allow that to happen.
Which is why you got to be critical, guys.
Yeah, it's funny because it's, if you think about it, that's like every game studio is like, listen, we've been working on this game for 4 years. We know we've cost you this much money. Can we get like a couple more months to polish up the game? And then the company will look at their calendar and be like, yeah, but it's the end of the fiscal year, and we really, really want those Christmas sales. So yeah, let's go ahead and push Sonic 06 out. Don't worry about it. It'll sell. We'll get our money back. We need to get the money back because our bottom line. The bottom line, y'all. That's how Sonic 06 happened.
This is why it gets frustrating when people push back.
Also, Sonic 06 had a whole bunch of
Being
development
respectful
nightmare
about
stuff
it. There are
happen.
people that are
But yeah,
really
that
deciding,
game needed
is
like
it worth
2
to
more
spend
years in
money
the
on
oven
and
before that game
resources?
could come out
And when
good.
you critique something, you're literally going, it is worth spending resources on this because I will really like it if you spend those resources on it.
Yeah.
Coming off the rail, there's not that insane amount of pop-in.
I think it's just the heart moves in a different direction, and it never completely covers that stuff down there. See?
Right.
It was visible the whole time until it went off screen.
Huh.
And everything's A-okay.
So, hey, what about this part?
Yeah.
What's happening is
He's
their
stuck to
threshold
the
for what
floor.
Sonic considers the ground.
Yep.
Is rather like high
Ugh.
in terms of angle. It says a lot about the expectation of the player who recorded this footage, right?
Yeah.
Because the player expected to just run right off of that ledge and fall, but then they smashed their face into the ground and were like, "Oh man, what happened?"
He's got
You know,
sticky
and they had
feet.
to recover from that. That's not the expected outcome.
If you had to pick out of those issues that you have that are taking you out of it, and then narrow down the ones that are realistic within 5 months. And again, with your knowledge of what Sega does, I'm changing the question.
So for me, I think the most important thing here that is totally within the realm of possibility to be fixed would be the animations.
Oh
Yeah, that's
my
what I
God,
said.
you're
Animations
me.
are.
Yeah, I don't expect the cohesion to be fixed. I don't expect them to change their game design and add momentum.
Cause, yeah, game design. That would that's another year at like minimum to do any like actual big gameplay changes. So we're hard locked in on whatever this game loop is. There's no changing that. There's no fixing that if it needs fixing. We're talking like touch-ups, animation touch-ups, probably like depending on which version, what do you call them? Optimization here and there, depending on like Switch. Again, we have not seen the Switch version as far as I know, so who knows what that
It's
looks
just
like.
Not what their plan was. They
Right.
cannot change that. But animations go a very, very long way, in my opinion, to making a game feel cohesive. It makes a big difference in responsiveness. It's super important. And when those things don't mesh with your gameplay, like this rail switch animation, for example, it really pulls people out of the experience and
Yep.
it really makes it look unpolished.
When
And
you got
those fixes
jarring
things
ass
up.
animations like Sonic doing weird like flips and stuff like that in the air, people are just like, that don't look right. Me no like this game now. Me no pre-order game. Sega bad. Sonic bad. Why bad animation, right? We have caveman mentality. If animation look good, we happy. If animation no look good, we no happy. Hold up. That's why, yeah. There's just, Yeah, there absolutely, wait, hold up.
It would go a very long way to make this game look a lot better and be much better received.
You guys know, I absolutely agree. And for the record, I had no idea Mike was gonna say that. I had not asked Mike this question until right
That's
now.
right. When you're making a game and you've got a character controller and you just got this little debug capsule-shaped guy that's running around the scene, and it feels all right, but once you add a character that has, you know, a bunch of really nice animations and maybe you have the head.
Wait.
looking around,
Someone in YouTube chat said, I think you're being picky. Okay. So here's a question I have for chat right there. If you think I'm being picky by saying like the animations need work, are you guys just content at watching a game like this and just being like, okay, when the game comes out, it comes out? You're not going to give the company any feedback and be like, hey, maybe if you can fix the animation on this, or hey, if you can, I noticed this and that. You're just going to let the company roll out as the game is and not offer them any feedback? I'm not giving like douchey feedback. I'm just saying what I feel and what I'm seeing with my eyeballs. My eyeballs say animation needs work. I'm gonna say the animation needs some work, even though it's an early build. I've acknowledged that the game is early. I've acknowledged that. I'm not saying this is a... Yeah, man, see, I can't with chat sometimes. I can't. Like, I can't even say how I feel on how I'm looking at the footage.
Point where the character is trying to go, like the player wants to go, and the character
Consume
leaves and
product.
stuff,
Yeah, I know,
it goes
right?
a long way to
Don't
change
ask
the
question,
feeling.
consume product.
Yeah, like an adventure.
Be happy
where he
with product.
actually moves his head to look at focal points.
Look, if that's the way you guys want to consume your products, that's fine too, but like, you gotta understand, it's the same thing of like anything. If someone shows you, hey, I'm baking this pie, check it out, I have this recipe right now, and they're already putting the ingredients in and you notice something's wrong, you could be like, okay, it's still early, maybe they'll fix it, right? Or you could say, hey, I'm noticing you're lacking blueberries in this blueberry pie. You maybe some more sugar right there. Maybe they add that in later, maybe they don't. At least offer them the feedback. Now, if you just slap that pie out their hand and say, you fucking suck, you should be fired, never ever go in this kitchen again, that's not being helpful. But if you're being, what's the word I'm looking for here? If you're giving an honest critique and it's coming from a place where you want to see improvements, I say go for it. That's all I'm getting at. Not being picky at all. I'm just saying.
What? Same with Sonic Adventure 2 with the leaning. If you turned off that leaning, it would not be nearly as nice to play. And it doesn't actually change your gameplay. It just changes the visuals.
I think I'll put a pin in it, but don't go anywhere, Mike. We are going to
Sure
now
thing.
introduce our second guest, Danny, or Supersonic 68. Yay!
Can I clap too?
Yeah, clap. Yeah, let's do it. Yay, game devs. Game devs in Sonic.
Yeah, constructive. Yeah, constructive. Yeah, constructive. I cannot talk today. Constructive criticism. It helps. It really does. You'd be surprised how much it helps. When people even come to me and they say, "Hey, Wolfie, your stream looking a little weird." I'm like, "Say what now? Y'all could let it rock." But when y'all give me the constructive criticism, I often take it to heart and I try to improve my shit. All right, back to the game.
More often. Danny, how you doing?
Hello, it's great to be here.
We introduced Mike last time, so people know who Mike is now, but we didn't talk about what you do. The most notable thing off the top of my head is the bumper engine, which is the foundation for many, many fan games you know of.
Probably the most notable one that people know is Sonic GT. That was originally on the bumper engine.
Okay, hold up real quick. Chat, I got a question. Does anybody have the video that has Sonic fighting this? Did I have this video already? No, I have the one where he's fighting Thigh Ninja. I have this one. I'm gonna try to find that footage where he's fighting the tower. I'm noticing something I didn't see before.
I saw the game's content had been challenging.
Where the hell is it?
Frontiers. In fact, what seems well, you can't. The green is large.
There it is.
Each encounter that I take is anyone's guess.
I want to see this footage raw. So obviously, like they pointed out, there's some frame rate stuff going on there. But I didn't notice this the first time when I watched it. But I do like that there's like a little. It looks like a little, not spider sense, but there's like some sort of weird danger line coming off him, letting him know when an enemy leaves your camera view. That is actually really good. That's actually super good. For a game like this where you're moving really fast and you could probably lose track of the enemies, kind of lets you know. I think that's a modern game thing. But that's never been a Sonic game before where, hey, the enemy has left the screen. It's this way. So you kind of know which way to move out the way, right? Yeah. And it looks like he did like a last minute not parry, but a last minute dodge roll. And it looks like it slowed it down a little bit. Not a la Witch Time like Bayonetta, but like... Yeah. And they could boost with your cyber loop to make it go faster. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to... Ooh, we got smacked there. I just want to look at what the footage looked like real quick.
Which was actually kind of an expansion of the hedge physics engine by Lake Feppert, the guy who did who is doing Spark the Electric Jester now. So it was kind of an expansion of an expansion, you can call GT. But in my professional life, I work for Victory XR, which is a virtual reality software company. We create virtual reality educational experiences and environments, such as virtual dissections that actually recreate the
hey y'all, what are y'all having for dinner?
Dissection curriculum, except you're doing it in a VR headset. So there's, it's a lot more.
Oh, this is a long ass video. Holy
that's
shit!
Just some of the examples of some of the work that we do.
All right, so let's put that experience to work.
We got analysts, we got Sonic tubers, we got non-Sonic tubers. Everyone's using the word momentum. And
yeah.
From a technical standpoint, and this is going to sound pedantic and nitpicky, but no, I really truly believe that using the correct terminology in telling Sonic Team exactly what it is we have issue with is very important. Because you play Sonic Forces,
right?
And some would argue that there's actually too much momentum. You know, when you when the avatar stages, when
you're trying to drift around corners and shit,
absolutely no air control after you leave the ground, making platforming exceptionally difficult and frustrating.
That's always been one of my major issues with the Hedgehog engine when they try to do, particularly especially the 2D parts. Y'all remember classic Sonic and how he controls in like Sonic Forces and Sonic Generations, not great. I've always had an issue of how he controls, because if you play classic Sonic games as much as I have, I'm not expecting a one-for-one physics recreation, because I know it's a different engine and everything, but like there is just something immediately lost when you're trying to go down a slope. Everybody has seen the video where you try to go down a slope with classic Sonic and you roll, and in an old game that would send you flying. In the classic game on Generations, you hit the bottom of that slope and you stop. Like, that right there throws me off. So I get exactly what they're saying with that.
That is an example of too much momentum. All momentum is mass times velocity. It's got nothing to do with slopes. It's got
we want it in 3D, but we're definitely not there yet.
Loops or ramps or
Sonic should have the sneezing sense from Sonic CD. I'd like that. I would love that.
Is a physical body with mass moving at a velocity. Momentum has just become a Sonic fan buzzword that simplifies the nuance of classic style gameplay in a 3D space. But when trying to describe this, again, through a language barrier to a team of developers, we need to be
in Japan
more precise with our wording than that. So I feel that perhaps Genesis-style terrain physics, or even just slope physics, or pinball physics, any one of those would be
pinball physics. I think is the best way to put it.
Then momentum.
And I'm even guilty of
that. Yeah. Because same momentum means a whole bunch of things to different people. But yeah, when you put it that way, definitely, like, there is a... What? Hold up. Let me see. What's the... God help me out here. Classic Sonic momentum. Oh boy, now we got... Oh no, it's fan videos. That's not what I wanted at all, chat. I'm trying to get an example. Okay, maybe I gotta do Sonic 3 momentum or something. I don't know. This isn't working. See? You can't even use momentum on YouTube searches. I'm just getting a bunch of... No, this is not what I meant. Okay, so... God, it is so hard to find good... Wow. Do I gotta cut my own footage of, like, physics in the old games? I can't find any Sonic Classic physics. Thank you. Let's see if that works. Nope. Maybe. Okay, you know what? This will be the... Whatever. We'll use this. We'll use this. Right here. Yeah. So, like, when we're talking about, like, physics and stuff like that, how, like, in a... Yeah, we talked about this just now, and everybody's always talked about this in particular. How it's, like, extremely sinful that Classic Sonic can't clear slopes using, all of the momentum and physics of his ability to push through a loop. Yeah, it's just... It doesn't... If you play the classic Sonic games, you know what it's supposed to feel like. There's a feel to the games that is just missing with the new stuff. Alright, back.
Saying like...
Yeah, classic Sonic always felt heavy. That's what it is.
It's become
very
slang
heavy.
Almost. Like, people say, oh, it's not really my fault because everyone knows what I'm talking about. And I'm sure people will play this off like that. They'll be like, oh, but they know what I'm talking about. Well... Maybe they don't.
It seems like everyone in the gaming space knows what we're talking about, except for Sonic Team. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's... You know what, chat? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I just don't think... I don't think they're gonna prioritize the... They're just not gonna prioritize that anymore. Right now, it seems like they are laser focused on trying to make an open zone game with as much freedom and movement abilities as possible. They do not seem to be at all focused on like your your pinball physics going up rails and stuff like that. So for those of you who want that, I think this game probably won't be for you. This is not that kind of game. But I get what y'all are saying when you say that, though. I get it. Sephiroth said Sonic Forces also controls like butter on burnt rubber. Wow. That's oddly specific. Yeah.
Ah! Oh no! Ah! No! What's happening? Oh God!
So this thing that he's on, this kind of cylinder thing, notice that it has a beveled, a tapered drop-off. And because it is a sloped surface,
his feet stick to it, so he just...
This is slope.
Yep.
Sonic aligned to slope. Do. So
I know
of course,
basic
I'm
stuff
a
too,
Unity
chat.
developer, so I'm going to be using Unity terminology here. So if we go back to that metal straight out of Sonic Forces walkway here. Yeah, here we go. So you notice that we got these little divots, these little partitions that separate these parts of this path.
It's just like if y'all remember in Sonic Adventure 2, when you ran fast enough and you hit some ledges, how some ledges would cause the character to stop and go like, whoa, like they'd hit it and kind of do the whoa animation. That's completely...
And that looks pretty good. Like
we don't have that in this game, it doesn't look like.
In universe, these metal paths were crafted in a factory, therefore they were made modularly and made to link together like Legos. But we got these little bump every time Sonic goes over that little bump. You see that?
Yep.
So these are using what, at least in Unity terms, would be called a mesh collider, which means that what you see is what you get, to use the Sonic quote. The collision of the mesh is exactly as it appears, and that means every bump, every tiny
he's going to stick to it
that is sticking out of this surface has collision on it. And Sonic is reacting to every single tiny bump of this mesh. So what I'm sending you now is a staircase from a digital recreation of the Ray Charles Performing Arts Center at Morehouse College. This was very...
Damn, they go really in depth with this. Actually, I wasn't expecting all that.
Staff of Victory XR. And so you got this nice little staircase. Now, if we were using a mesh collider, and we had our character controller going up and down these stairs, the character controller would go ba-dump, 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 up and down these stairs, right? The mesh collider perfectly adheres to what the stairs mesh is. So typically what you'd see, and what you'll see in games like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, is the second image I posted, where you
How y'all doing?
You have a separate invisible collider that you just put on the stairs.
Right, so it's just a solid object to run down.
As the character controller is concerned, simply make it a ramp, and then you just go up the stairs. And of course, in VR, that's very, very important to have stairs be registered as ramps, because
if the bump will make you sick.
Cause motion sickness.
Yep.
If these
That's exactly what it is.
Instead, just have box colliders, have much simpler collision meshes that overlay over top of it. Like, yeah, you may have instances where Sonic would look like he's hovering slightly above the mesh, but the overall interactions with the surface would be far smoother.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened in Sonic 06. Y'all remember in Sonic 06? They had too much of that going on. Remember, and sometimes when you go on the roof in Sonic 06 on Soliana, remember how sometimes you stand on the roof and Sonic would just kind of rapidly go back and forth like he didn't know which side he was on? That's a result of that. And the Havoc engine, I don't know, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those of you who played Sonic 06 and ever went to the roofs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just he'd freak out if he stood on top of the roof. He wouldn't know which way his body would settle.
Would you chalk this up as to another one of those things that could be implemented? A collision mesh?
Yes. For objects in the world like these and other ramps.
Send me a tweet?
Yeah, especially since you don't.
Who tweeted to me?
About when you're creating separate collision meshes. That's one of the easiest things for a 3D modeler to do, because all they need to do is.
I don't see any messages on Twitter. Did you send it to
@thewerewolf?
@thewerewolf?
They're basically making a 3D
I don't see anything
of the thing. it's a little bit trickier to do when you're talking about the terrain itself.
Okay,
When we
so
talk
yeah,
a-
what's that about?
Yeah, so you remember that very first gameplay trailer we saw? Sonic runs straight up that sheer cliff face, and it made me want.
It gave me havoc, I'll tell you what.
Yes, and he like bounces around near the end of it.
Oh, Twitch Whispers? I can't right now.
He goes like over that.
It's gonna
little
mess up my
kid,
capture if
and
I
it
do
just
that.
goes,
Yeah.
Remember that one? And everyone had a very visceral reaction to that. So it makes sense. It makes absolute perfect sense for the terrain to have a mesh collider, because you're not going to make separate colliders for a terrain, especially not one with
Right.
varying degrees of different
elevation.
slopes and things. But if this world were built for Sonic the Hedgehog, why is that divot there?
Why do you think they opted for that look, that realistic look?
Yeah.
I mean, because the real world, unless you're talking about the Windows XP background, doesn't have a perfectly sloped.
Yeah, someone basically
divots,
put
there
that
are rocks,
the Sonic Frontiers, and they memed it and they put like the Windows XP background with Sonic on it, and it was just like Frontiers, which kind of is a little accurate. Let's see, what do we got here?
There are imperfections. That's just how nature is. Does it make for a fun environment for Sonic the Hedgehog to run on? That's the question.
You're getting into like the artistic style of it, so there's going to be people that
The
definitely
art
say to you
direction.
that like, well, I like the way it looks, and I don't mind that Sonic like jitters around in the environment, but I want to focus in on what we're trying to do here, right?
Yeah, sure.
The context of the video is we're trying to find the problems with game developers that have experience with it, right? So we found one,
right?
And we're also trying to think of things that can realistically be improved within the time that's remaining. Now, this is an issue where there isn't a solution, because the only solution is to start over, and so that's where the line is.
Yeah,
right?
like
the message really is, if they're gonna do this again,
we wanted
should be
to
one
see
of the first things they think about
is the world, the way the world looks, and how Sonic's gonna look on it. Cause I'm looking at it, I'm like, I wonder if they thought when they looked at this, they were like, well, we want it to look 3D and next gen-y, so we're gonna do the Windows XP background with Sonic in it, with a bunch of like miscellaneous Unreal looking things. I don't know. It just always struck me as strange for their art direction on that one, but we'll have to see when we get to the other islands. They said this is supposed to be dreamy and mysterious like, so I'm hoping when you say like a dreamy landscape, I'm thinking like just vivid, like not even like over the top crazy like nights into dreams and stuff like that, but like I'd want it to be less realistic looking and more like, oh, mysterious, but also kind of like it's got its own unique look to it, if y'all kind of get what I'm saying. It's hard to say what I'm illustrating in my brain, because everybody imagines everything different, right? For me personally, I would have preferred a more dreamy, weird kind of looking aesthetic. And I know I say this knowing I did not like the Lost World look, and that was Sonic as hell, but I just didn't like the level designs in that. Like, I think Lost World came closest to looking like it looked like a Sonic game, but just I did not like the, I'm gonna call it the toilet paper roll level design that they went with, where everything is just wrapped in on itself. I didn't like that. Did not like it.
Yeah. Also, we have
I want the islands to get crazier as you get in. Like they said, there's 4 islands right now. So I'm hoping the further in you get, the more wild it looks. Because the first island they've shown off is still kind of...
Speed, attack, defense, and wing capacity can be incrementally upgraded by finding hidden collectibles. There is also fishing. Don't ask how it works, is what they said. Your guess is as good.
Uh-oh, chat. Wait a second. I need to hear this man say that one more time. What did he just say?
Attack, defense, and ring capacity can be incrementally upgraded by finding hidden collectibles. There is also fishing.
Oh no! Fishing! Big the Cat confirmed maybe. Quick, we gotta make a thumbnail and a bait video where we talk about how Big the Cat has been confirmed playable. They said it, chat. Oh no! Big the Cat! Start just cue the big the. So what are people saying that Big the Cat is gonna be in the game? That's not a confirm, but that would be funny.
Is what they said.
That would be. Hang on. I'm just gonna play this theme now. What's this? What's that tweet? Let me click this. All right, let me see this. We're not turning off the big music, by the way. This is a part of the stream now. Okay, hold up. All right. Oh my God! Do not use. Okay, was this made in Windows Movie Maker? Don't do black text on black background. People saying Frontiers doesn't have momentum. Right. Right. Meanwhile, Generations. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? I said this last stream too when everybody was complaining about momentum. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Momentum has not been a part of Sonic, any of the Sonic games since Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah. Boost games don't really do that. That's not what the boost games are about. Oh, shit. Oh, he's dead. Especially Sonic 06, where you could just... Whoa! Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, guys. Okay, chat, let me ask you. How many copies, chat, would you pre-order right now if Big the Cat was confirmed for the fishing mini game? For the fishing in the game. How many copies would you guys pre-order? I need numbers. Hard numbers. We need to ship these numbers to Sega and let them know. To spend the last 6 months implementing Big the Cat into the game. How many copies? I got a 14, I got 100 copies. 10 and sell them at a higher price on eBay. 1 for me. Got 2 copies, I'll take 20. At least 2 or 3. Just 1. Everybody's like, I will only get 1. I might double dip. That would be interesting if the first, like the real first playable character we've had in a Sonic game, barring Shadow from episode Shadow and Sonic Forces, was Big the Cat in this game. But let's temper our expectations, chat. Let's be real for a second. It's not going to be Big the Cat. Now, that would... if Big the Cat is in the game, that's something you want to keep secret. That is absolutely something Sega should keep secret until people play the game. That's something you want to hide, because that would get hype.
Good as mine. That's from Nicholas Serpa from Nintendo Everything. The demo has you unlock the first additional skill that lets you create damaging energy loops by running. The tree had probably 18 or so more skills to unlock on it.
18 skills.
Azuka also talked a little bit about how the dialogue will be handled in Sonic Frontiers, which is very interesting.
Okay.
Azuka says, we have employed Ian Flynn, who is a comic book writer, to write a lot of the dialogue for this game. He says Flynn is great at that Sonic voice, and...
Okay, hang on. So, did he... Was that a mistranslation? So Ian Flynn is not doing the story. Is he just doing the dialogue?
Demo has you unlock the first additional skill that lets you create damaging
Wolfie, the
energy
purple
loops by
coins?
running.
Wait, the purple coins? Are those... wait. Are you saying those are attached to... were those confirmed as attached to the fishing stuff?
About how the dialogue will be handled in Sonic Frontiers, which is very interesting. Azuka says, we have employed Ian Flynn, who is a comic book writer, to write a lot of the dialogue for this game.
Now, that doesn't confirm... that doesn't deconfirm that Ian is not writing the story, but we do now know, I guess, he has confirmed wrote the dialogue. I was hoping it was the story as well, but no confirmation either way. Wait, did they already confirm? I'm pretty sure they confirmed Ian was doing the story for the game, unless we all jump to assumptions.
He says Flynn is great at that Sonic voice, and he's done a great job at writing dialogue that feels very much like a cynical or snarky comment that Sonic would say. How much is there left to do development-wise? And Azuka says the team is really working on finishing everything up and finalizing all the work that needs to get done. They're working long nights in Tokyo right now, trying to get us to that point. So we're pretty close.
I hope that doesn't mean they're crunching Sonic Team. Like, I know people want to make the joke that Sonic Team is not good and they suck, but like, don't crunch your studios. Please don't crunch your studios. Even Sonic Team does not deserve that shit. I hope they're working hard but not crunching.
Close.
They're totally crunching.
To the end right now. There's apparently like, what is it? How many sliders to dictate Sonic's movement? There's 5 different sliders related to Sonic's speed, as well as turning, acceleration, resistance, and more.
Ooh. We've never had that in a Sonic game before, so you'll actually be able to fix how you want Sonic to play in this game. It seems like they're really going to try to make this as optimal as possible for every person who picks this game up. So that's good. Maybe you like your controls tighter. Maybe you like your controls a little looser. That's good. That's absolutely good. Hopefully excuse me, chat. Hopefully the controls are good enough by default that you don't really have to mess with them. But it's good but even then, it's still good that they offer that as an option for you.
What do you guys have to say about that?
I see what they're doing. I see exactly what they're doing, and I kind of like it. Hey, Sonic fans, all of you have different opinions on how Sonic should control. So, here, customize how he controls.
Yeah.
If you're so...
And here's the thing, right, chat? Okay, chat, okay, quick cue. I need a quick poll from chat. Guys, in your opinion, let me get closer. In your humble opinion, which Sonic game controls the best for you? What's the Sonic game that you feel has the best, tightest, most, like, the best controls? Which one? I want to see what everybody's opinions are on that. Which one? Mania? Sonic 2? Sonic 2? I'm seeing a lot of the classic games getting brought up. Generations, Unleashed, Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, a lot of the classic games. Unleashed, Forces for Switch. I really like that. You're the first person that said. Oh, never mind. That's the second person that said Sonic Forces. Wow. Mixed bag. Now you see, chat. This was not only a question for me, chat, but it was also to trick you all. That's right. I have tricked you all. You all got played. Now you see how we have varying answers here? How there doesn't seem to be a consistent answer besides like the classic games. A lot of people are saying the classic games. Now, you see how that's a problem. A lot of people see that, some people are saying that Forces is the best, Unleashed is the best, Generations is the best, Adventure is the best. Now, Classic, Adventure, and Unleashed and beyond all have different playstyles. You have to be able to accommodate all of them, right? Because what I feel the classic games control the best, and to me, right, what feels good to me is not going to feel good to you, or that other guy over there in YouTube chat, or that other guy over there in Twitch chat, right? I do agree, Sonic CD is the best. That is correct. But we're humoring everybody else with their incorrect answers about Sonic 2 and Sonic Adventure 2. But I'll let it fly this time. But yeah, something to mention here. Just everybody has a different control scheme or preferred control method for Sonic, so them giving different options for the controls is very good.
Smart, why don't you make them faster?
That's exactly what people said. That's exactly what people are saying in the comments.
If we're just at a point where you can...
And right here, chat, one more thing. This is something that also gets highlighted a lot. When people say the Sonic fan base is split based on like what people like as what they like in a Sonic game. Some people like me like the classic Sonic games. Some people like the Adventure fans want a game to play like Adventure. More kind of closed off linear type levels where you can just kind of run free and do what you want. And some people like the boost levels where you just kind of racetrack your way through the levels, right? Kind of boost, dodge, roll, that kind of thing, you know? So everybody has something different that they prefer. So that's why it's hard to make a Sonic game to please everybody, and why this game, while also having boost mechanics in it, could be the start of something cool.
You are and how tight you turn. I have a lot of concerns for how, I guess, how broad their
Waku
designs are
Waku
going
Sonic
to be.
Patrol car.
Yeah, how can you have
You can't say that
level
game.
design with a character controller that can just be tweaked like that?
And so, contribute to the conversation, be critical and hype, okay? You can be excited. You can really be excited, and we're not telling you not to be. We're giving you as much as we possibly can so that you can contribute constructively to the...
This is exactly what I've been saying the whole stream. Like, I'm not hating on the game, I'm just giving constructive criticism. Criticism. Fuck. Hard.
discourse that is inevitably going to happen, despite it not being as viral as
Tail Sky Patrol, you sir are a liar.
Sonic
You
Frontier sucks.
I think it does.
Who said that?
More for the
Sephiroth?
community in the long run, and so this is what I'm
I-
committed to doing.
Put that man on
And
ice
speaking
real
of that
quick
commitment, thank you
for
both
having the
your
audacity to say
commitment,
Tail Sky
and
Patrol.
joining me on this cause. Before we started recording, both of them agreed with what we're trying to do here.
Don't
so
tell Green I couldn't
an
say that. Don't
overwhelming
need that
amount of
added
game
to the
devs
list
feel
of
the
words I
same
can't
way.
say.
Can be toxic.
So,
Gaming
okay.
is
Yeah.
naturally competitive, and so some people.
So,
there might-
one last thing I want to say before we go ahead and get out of here, chat. We're going to continue the stream on Twitch over at Werewolf Wolfie on Twitch. We're going to Elden Ring probably on Twitch. But, like, for those stupid fans that are going about and going the exact extreme other measure where it's like, didn't they doxed somebody, they outed somebody for, like, having, like, what was it because they were positive on this game or whatever it was? Don't be that fan. Come on. You really gonna do that for Sonic Frontiers? Really?
Oh no.
It's not even worth it. Not even worth it. Yeah, see, that shit right there makes, like, that makes everybody look bad. Like, even us. Even the normal Sonic fans like us. That makes us look bad. So you see that shit? Don't participate in that shit. We can definitely do better than that. Like, I know we can. That shit is like, that is the stupidest, dumbest shit, and it makes us look bad. So stop it. You guys know, you know who you are. Stop it. Not you. I'm talking to them specifically. They know what they're doing. They know who they are. If you have to question, if I pointed at you just now and you looked at yourself and you're like, you talking about me? Probably. If you have to question it, you probably are the problem. Don't do that shit. Fuck, I can't say that word. Constructicons, constructive criticisms only. Be cool. What's one last thing? Check this out. Okay, let me see this. What's this? Okay, like I said, some fridges unfunctioning game needs to be longer delay. How did you guys feel if Unleashed is in a similar, if not worse state than 4 tiers at the same point relative to the release date? Okay, now hold up. Hold a minute. There's one thing to take into consideration here. That Sonic team from Unleashed is a completely different Sonic team than the one that's currently working on the game. If these were the exact same members, maybe. But they're also working on new hardware, on a new engine. There's a lot of factors going into this, but I'll humor the video some more. Let him finish. The LA speaker itself seen Unleashed 8 to 6, 2 months prior to release. Frontiers won't seem so bad. I do remember this trailer, actually. I do remember this. This just makes me want to play Unleashed, so at least listen to the soundtrack again. Yeah, I remember this trailer. I do remember this. Yeah, but one thing I do want to say though is, again, there are different factors. This is not at 100% the same situation as what Unleashed had. Unleashed, excuse me, chat. Oh, got something in my eye. Unleashed also had, I'm not gonna say, I don't know how much Frontiers is. I don't know, if Frontiers had budget or not. But Unleashed, you guys could really see the budget in the HD version of Unleashed. Unleashed had a lot of budget behind it. And so, the Sonic team of the Sonic team of the old Sonic team, which also a lot of the guys who worked on this went over to work for Nintendo later. I believe a lot of the guys who worked on this are actually working at Nintendo now. But, yeah. Current Sonic team is a way different Sonic team than the one that made Unleashed. There's still a couple of people who are still there, but yeah, not the same people. And also different time frames. There's so many factors going into it. Of course, the game could come out better than what we saw. That is 100% something that can happen. But also it could go the other way too. Maybe what we're seeing is actually finished footage, but they're just going to touch up and polish up what they can. So yeah, I'm acknowledging that fully as a possibility. They could absolutely show, this, whatever they showed with the Gamesfest stuff here. This footage could absolutely, this fan art, why do I still have this? Could absolutely be something, but yeah, we gotta definitely acknowledge that times change. The Azuka video, there's an Azuka video. How much fan art is there of Ninja, this thing? How much? I gotta know now. And no, chat, I'm not going on the website to check. That will get us banned. Okay, there's the video. Alright, let me check this out. I can't... There's that much art of it already? Word. Alright, say less. Let's listen to this interview real quick. Hey, if y'all want, we're after the stream is done on YouTube, we're doing it on Twitch. We're playing Elden Ring over on Twitch. If y'all want to see me rage in Elden Ring, go over to Twitch at Werewolf Wolfie. You'll find me. Y'all find me. Alright, let's see. Okay. No, didn't we I swear we've already... Haven't we watched this before? Okay, let's watch anyway. I think we watched this one already. But not... There's another one? This is the wrong video? Okay. Can someone give one of the mods the right video link? Let me just put up Sonic Frontiers Izuka interview. Let me see if I can find it myself. This one?
And really, we wanted to make sure we're allowing the player.
Oh, yeah, we never finished this one. That's what it was. Okay, hang on. Let's listen.
That people can enjoy the 3D action platforming. We also have the battle as one of the elements that people can enjoy in the open.
Real talk though, chat. Real talk. Why, chat? Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? They didn't have to do all this. They know what they did with this thing, and they also know what they did with the big robot. All right, back to the interview. Where was it? It's here somewhere. There.
Zone format. And really, we wanted to make sure we're allowing the player, we're giving the player choice so they can choose to, if they just want to do action platforming, if they run into an enemy that they don't want to fight,
right,
they can also just run away and they don't have to engage. But if you're into battle and you want to do battle, you can also engage that enemy, defeat that enemy, and then go find new enemies to do battle with. So it's really this...
It could have been easy for marketing.
Choose what they want
to do. They're going to market the robot hips. That's what they need to do.
What they want to do. But if you do want to engage enemies in battle, we also found, we need a battle system to allow people to engage in the enemies and allow people to kind of figure out how they want to defeat the enemies and how they want to have a fun time with the battle system.
It would be really cool, chat, if it's like, maybe they've already said this in an interview. Maybe one of y'all in chat will correct me, but like, excuse me, if the Chaos Emeralds were optional, like they were in every other Sonic game, but if you want the real good ending, you have to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Possibly from doing like the big boss battles with like big,
long time no see.
With the giant gigaton mechs or whatever those things are. The big ones around the map, the dragon one we saw, the thick hip one that we saw with the arms that try to slap you. You know, stuff like that. Like you could completely skip them if you don't want to do them, but you'll get like an incomplete ending. Like Sonic Adventure, you have to do both stories to get like the real ending. Kind of like that. I would really hope that the Chaos Emeralds play some part of that. You have to find 7 deadly beasts or something, but that'd be cool.
Awesome. And going off of this choice of whether or not you want to run a platform or fight, like there are like these roadblocks like in the world where it's like, oh, you need this amount of keys or gears to like get past this certain thing. Could someone theoretically like get through the entire game like just doing the combat stuff if they wanted to, or just doing the platforming if they wanted to, or were you gonna have to get like a healthy mixture at some point?
So the game design is kind of
interesting. Okay, so I think Azuka can understand. He just doesn't speak English, or he speaks it but not fluently. That's actually kind of sick.
Built with the idea that most people are going to want to do both. They will want to do some platform actioning. They will want to do some battle.
So it sounds to me like it's
in that way,
you will
but it
do
is also
combat.
Flexible enough to allow people, if they want to just like, I don't want to do a lot of battle, they can find different ways of getting all the items that they need to get to
Parry!
the game without engaging in too much battle. And the same with platform action. If they don't want to do too much platform action, there are other ways in the game to collect items that you need to get you to that next stage in order to continue forward with the game.
Awesome. And just to clear off everything with the combat, I did notice that there were ways to upgrade like Sonic's attack power and defense, things that haven't really existed in a Sonic game before. So how exactly does that work? Because in previous games, it's like, oh, Sonic gets hit, he loses his rings, you have to collect it again. So what happens if you upgrade?
I do like that Sonic has his own Tiger Drop now. That's a Yakuza reference for those of you not in the know.
So because battle is one of the 3 key pillars of the game, we want to make sure if you're having problems with battle, maybe you're getting hit and taking too much damage, or your damage when you're hitting the enemies, you're not damaging them enough.
Right.
We want to allow people to kind of upgrade Sonic and change the like parameters of offense and defense and ways of engaging in the battle, so it's more suited to your style of doing battle. That is part of making sure the battle system is fun and is something that people can enjoy.
Chat, after looking at the gameplay footage of this PC build running,
making sure the battle system
now the only thing I'm worried about for the PC version, for me anyway, the only thing I'm worried about now is touch-ups and making the world fun to run around. But the fact that this is running at a 60 frames, that makes me so happy, chat. That makes me so happy. PC version was gonna be fixed either way, but goddamn, that is just like that's a load off my mind right there.
That is part of making sure the battle system is fun and is something that people can enjoy. And
also, people are gonna mod the. It's funny if you get the PC version, depending on how it is, people are gonna mod in whatever character they want. So you could probably play as Shadow, a Chow, Scourge, Surge, any character you can think of is gonna be modded into this game in like a matter of days. PC version, man. I'm telling y'all.
Levels are at the skill
Big
set.
the Cat, yeah, you could be any character you want.
But we also want to make it easier. Maybe if you're not good at battles in general, other ways of kind of improving Sonic and allowing you to maybe get somewhere that you couldn't get to do before, get the items that you need to get in order to progress. So it's not just you have to battle and here's the ways to battle.
The demo that Dave and I played, it gave a very good idea of like what the gameplay for this is going to be like, but what about narrative? What does transforming this game into this large...
Oh, I know the console version of this game is going to sell the most. More people own consoles than actual good PCs. I understand that. And that's why do you think, chat, I've been saying I'm praying for the Switch version, because that's the version that will more than likely sell the most, because that's what most people have is the Switch. So if that version is not optimized, there's going to be a lot of really sad people when that game does not run at a decent frame rate. Or have a lot of pop-in or graphical hiccups, whatever. We'll see. We shall see. As far as we know, we have not seen the Switch build yet.
Large open world does for narrative, because Sonic's not just going through a level and then having a chance to
Yeah,
talk
who
to
said cloud
Tails
version?
and Knuckles and Amy for like a cutscene before going on to the next mission. Like, so how does the narrative change or evolve for a game like this?
はい、まあ、今回、実はストーリーにも
So yeah, we did put a lot of focus on the story and the story presentation. In previous Sonic titles, it was kind of like Eggman does something bad. Oh
Right.
my gosh, I can't believe this. We gotta go to stop Eggman because he's doing this thing, and it's very like directly presented to you. That's kind of the previous way that Sonic title storytelling kind of took place, and we're changing that format, and we're now putting Sonic on this mysterious island. Who's on this island? What are even the are these enemies? I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? How do I save my friend? Like, these are all the mysteries.
How do I
and the
save my
questions
friends?
that
That's a
we're
line.
presenting people that we want them to go out and kind of explore and learn about and have this experience and figure out in the storytelling. Like, we have mysteries. We don't know what's going on.
You know what that makes me curious too? How is the story in this game gonna work? Like, when are they gonna play cutscenes in this game if it's all open world? I imagine it's gonna be like when you get to the next island or whenever you open up the next island, you know, since there's 4, there's gonna be a big major cutscene. It's like, hey, this something happened, now other island is now available. How are they gonna do the story in this game? Maybe there's certain points you hit on the island, but then they gotta make sure you go into them in a certain order? So I'm thinking of the current game I'm playing that's open world, which is Elden Ring. Which is like kind of open about its story. You can kind of go about it how you want. There are certain places you have to go, but like go about it as you want. So how are they gonna do that with like a Sonic story? Or maybe it's just gonna be like the game just goes. I don't know.
Sonic doesn't know what's going on either. You have to go out and figure this out. And it's this different style of storytelling that is going to be new.
I would say even though with this like underlying mystery that's going on, like is it still funny? Like Sonic as a franchise is pretty usually comical in
Breath of the
nature.
Wild? What about Breath of the Wild?
そうですね。まあ、今回
So yeah, if we were to talk about the storytelling for Sonic Frontiers, it's probably not so much comical and probably more mysterious. And I know we have had a lot of comical games in the past, but the mystery is really where they're going for Frontiers. That being said, we have employed Ian Flynn, who is a comic book writer, to write a lot of the dialogue for this game.
Okay, so chat, guess what? From the sound of things, guys, you don't have to worry. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be another silly story a la Colors or, God, what came after Colors? Lost World was weird. Lost World was weird where it was like it wanted to be funny but also tried to go a little dark. And then Generation's story was non-existent. So mysterious, maybe with some levity? I have faith in Ian, chat. I don't know about y'all, but I have faith in Ian to at least do good dialogue. I don't know if he's responsible for the story. I hope he is, but I have faith in him. He's proven himself to be a decent writer.
He's great at that Sonic voice, and he's done a great job of writing dialogue that still feels very much like, you know.
I think Forces was the worst recent Sonic story because it had all the potential, but it blew it.
So even though the presentation is mysterious, it is still very true to like what a Sonic fan would enjoy and what Sonic fans like about Sonic.
And to continue on for the story, like how much of it is new? Like playing as Sonic, obviously, and we did see a cutscene that had Eggman in it, and then there was a mention of Amy via one of the items. Is that it? Are there new characters for Sonic to meet and interact with?
Yeah.
Do we get to see any of the OG cast like making
The smile. Hang on, chat. Hang on. You notice the smile? Look at the expressions, chat. I'm trying not to read too hard into it, but like, notice when he said, "Are there any new characters?" Notice how they start smiling, like they know something. Maybe not. Maybe they're just like, that's cute. He thinks there's new characters, but Look at how they start smiling. They know they can't say shit. Look at the smile.
Interact with, do we
Yeah, you
get
see
to
that?
see any of
That's
like,
a
the OG cast like making their return in this game?
まあちょっとストーリーに関してはまだ今あんまり
Son, can't say too much about the story.
Right.
It's mysterious. We don't want to spoil it for you guys.
He's like, come on, man.
So we don't want to talk too much about that, but we're on a mysterious island. There's going to be mysterious characters, mysterious enemies, who they are, what are they doing there, what's the end goal, what's Sonic supposed to do about all of this. Those are the things that we want to present to people so they can really enjoy the story and start learning more about.
God, I hope Ian was responsible for the full story and he got to write for like, if there are potentially new characters in this game, I hope they get to like be shown off with like Ian dialogue. You know what I mean? Like Infinite would have been infinitely better. Hey, see what I did there? Infinite would have been infinitely better if he had Ian Flynn writing for him in the game in Forces. So.
About all these characters and enemies and what's going on.
There could be
While
new
you're
characters.
doing this and trying to figure out what's going on, there's these like smaller mysteries, these puzzles like throughout the world that you have to solve. And Dave and I, like putting our heads together, solved like the ones in the beginning of the game pretty like easily. But we were wondering like how complex do like these puzzles get? Like, are there any like true like brain scratchers in there that are gonna take fans like a while to like figure out?
そうですまあパズルは
We really wanted to make sure there are other fun things to do while on the island. So yes, platform actioning is fun, but while you're on the island, there's also these puzzles to do. So for people who want to do that and choose to do that and have a fun time, that's a great way that they can earn rewards and kind of do things on the island that they are having a fun time with. So we do have puzzles on
Yo,
the island
mods.
for players to engage with.
Someone iced that bot in YouTube.
But we also don't want to force people to do anything. So if you don't want to do puzzles, you don't have to do puzzles. You can still find other ways of having fun on the island in that open zone and still progressing in the game and progressing the story.
To wrap things up, my coworkers would.
Sonic Frontiers is so hot, it's attracting the bots, the sex
Sonic.
bots.
Sonic's gotta go fast.
Oh no, the sex
Anyone
bots,
in the
chat. It's back. It heard us
Been,
talking
like,
shit.
tested to see like how long it takes for Sonic to like run from one side of the map like all the way to the other. Like, can you do it like really quickly?
それは
Maybe when you fully
This is
maximize
actually
your
a
speed, you'll
really
be able to
great
get
thing that they're
way
testing and
fast across the
developing.
island.
When they started making this game, everyone was running from start to finish. You know, how quickly can you clear the island from one side to the other? They were constantly testing it because Sonic is such a fast character. When we're building this open zone area, if you're going through it too quick, like that doesn't work for the open zone format.
Yeah.
So they'd make the island, they'd run across it. They're like, this is no good, throw it out. We gotta make it bigger. We gotta make it bigger, even bigger. And they're constantly testing the size of the island and constantly questioning themselves because they have such a fast character and they need to make the open zone format a fun playground to play in. That was always what development was, iterating on and making sure, is the island too big? It's really not big enough is what they kept figuring out.
Yeah, it's
They
like
had to keep
you have a
expanding
character
so
as
they
fast
could
as
make that
Sonic.
open
You
zone.
need to be able to go
Awesome.
across
Thank
that
you
island.
for taking the time to talk to me today and
Thank
answer
you.
all of my questions. Yeah,
That's absolutely important. In a game like this, if you're trying to do a big open world and you have a character that moves as fast as Sonic does, that's probably why it's so just big and sparse. That's why. It's too much. Too much, chat. All right. Wait, what's blurry? Don't forget we have 4 islands. Exactly, 4 islands. So, we'll look up Sonic Frontiers cutscene. Oh, God. Y'all, alright. Here we go. Oh, man, see? I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. You know what? See... That's if y'all want to see it, y'all can look at that yourself. But nah, I'm good on that. I'll watch that in better quality later. We'll leave the leaked cutscenes and all that leaked shit for like the clickbait Sonic tubers, right? We don't do that here. Not that much anyway. Not much. Yeah, we'll save that for the clickbaiters. Here at Wolfie Streams, we keeps it official, kind of, mostly, sort of, within the law. Within the law. We here at Wolfie Streams only like to watch the official Sega stuff on the Sega channel and Sonic channel and outlets that Sega has provided the footage to, such as IGN and GameSpot. All right, good. Just in case one of them was watching, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. Let them know. Let them watch the on the side. Watch it yourselves. But yeah, we're good. We're good. So I think we've covered everything we need to watch for this video. What haven't we done, chat? We need to oh right. Hang on, we need to make a thumbnail. Chat, what's the best shot in the game that we have right now? I need to make a thumbnail for this VOD. We'll use thighs here. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect right there. And chat, expression. What expression should I go for here? Should it be like a should I the party shot? What is Malcolm? I'm gonna need you to elaborate for what is the party shot? Confusion? Pog face? Poggers? Oh, wait. Is the Poggers face like? Hang on. Is that like when you go like that? Is that the face? What's the face? Hey, surprise face? Good surprise. Wait, how far am I? Okay, hang on. Yeah, just just No, hey, get that jet out of here. This is my thumbnail. We gotta make the thumbnail. Alright. I think we'll use one of those. Alright, the thumbnail has been made, chat. We did it. Good job, everybody. It's time. Now, for those of you on Twitch, I'll see you in about a minute. We're gonna turn off the stream so all the streams go offline for a bit. We're gonna be doing Elden Ring. If y'all want to watch me rage in Elden Ring, come on over to Twitch at Werewolf Wolfie. For the rest of y'all that are on YouTube, if you don't want to come on Twitch, that's fine too. Follow me on Twitter at The Werewolf. You know where to find me. All the links are below. Yeah, they're down there in the details of the channel. Follow me on all those things. I will catch y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'll appreciate that very much. I will catch all of y'all. Well, Twitch, I'll catch y'all in a minute. YouTube, I'll see you all next video, whenever that may be. Meantime, y'all, hope y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody! Stay tuned, Twitch. I'll be right back.
Congratulations. You place first.